Chapter 1. The Power of Words. Hi, I am Ariel, and today I am going to talk about something that can change the way you speak, think, and connect with others. Yes, I am talking about words, the tiny building blocks of language that have the power to open doors to new opportunities and new worlds. Have you ever wondered why some people speak so confidently in English, while others struggle? The secret lies in their vocabulary. The more words you know, the easier it becomes to express your thoughts. As David Wilkins once said, without grammar, very little can be conveyed. Without vocabulary, nothing can be conveyed. Let me tell you a little secret. Remembering words is not as hard as it seems. All it takes is a method, a way to make words stick in your mind like glue. Today, we'll begin our journey by understanding why vocabulary is the heart of language learning and how mastering it can change your life. Why vocabulary matters. Imagine walking into a store and wanting to buy something, but you don't know the name of the item in English. Frustrating, isn't it? Words are tools that help us communicate, ask questions, share ideas, and even dream in a new language. The more words you know, the more confident you become. Words also help us think clearly. Have you noticed how having the right word for your feelings or ideas can make you feel understood? Learning vocabulary isn't just about speaking. It's about thinking, understanding, and connecting. The first step. Believe you can. The first step in remembering words is believing that you can do it. Trust me, your brain is capable of amazing things. Every time you learn a new word, your brain forms a new connection. The more you use that word, the stronger the connection becomes. Here's a challenge for you. Think of 3 new words you'd like to learn today. Write them down and say them out loud. Just doing this will set you on the path to learning more words. Small actions, big results. You don't need to memorize hundreds of words in a day. Start small. Pick one word, learn its meaning, and try to use it in your conversations. For example, if you learn the word kind, say, "She is kind," or "be kind to others." Simple sentences like these will help the word stick. If you want more tips on improving your vocabulary, visit thestoryspeak.online. I've uploaded videos there to guide you step by step. Trust me, they'll make learning English fun and easy. Before we move to the next chapter, I'd love to hear from you. What is one word in English that you've always wanted to learn but found difficult? Share it in the comments, and I'll include tips on how to remember it in future episodes. Chapter 2. The Magic of Association. Welcome back. In the last chapter, we talked about why vocabulary is so important and how small steps can lead to big results. Now, let me share a magical trick that can make learning words easier and more fun. It's called association. Imagine this. You see a word, and instantly, your brain connects it to something you already know. This trick is like tying a balloon to your wrist. It keeps the word from floating away. What is association? Association is when you link a new word to something familiar. Your brain loves connections. For example, if you hear the word apple, you probably picture a red fruit. That picture helps you remember the word. But it's not just about pictures. You can connect words to sounds, feelings, or even experiences. The stronger the connection, the easier it is to remember. As Thomas Fuller once said, "Memory is the treasure house of the mind wherein the monuments thereof are kept and preserved." Let's build your treasure house, one word at a time. How to use association. Here are some simple steps to make association work for you. Link it to an image. When you learn a new word, imagine a picture. For example, word, tree, picture. A tall green tree with birds sitting on its branches. Create a story. Make up a short story using the word. Word. Run story. Imagine yourself running in a park with your favorite music playing. Connect to your language. If the word reminds you of something in your native language, use that. For example, word, book. In many languages, book sounds similar to the native word for it. Use rhymes or sounds. Find a word that sounds similar. Word, cat rhyme. Cat sat on a mat. Practical example. Let's try it with the word bright. Picture. The sun shining brightly in the sky. Story. Imagine you're sitting on the beach and the bright sun is warming your face. Rhyme. The light is so bright. Now, whenever you think of the word bright, you'll recall the sun, the beach, and the rhyme. Practice time. Pick 3 words and try this method right now. Think of a picture. Make a short story. Create a rhyme. You can also visit the storyspeak.online for videos that explain more ways to use association. These videos are designed to make learning fun and interactive. Tell me in the comments. Which word did you try to learn with this method? Did it help you? Sharing your experience might inspire others to try it too. Chapter 3. Repetition is the key. Welcome back. In the last chapter, we discovered the magic of association and how linking words to images, stories, or sounds can help you remember them. Today, we're going to explore a method that is as simple as it is powerful. Repetition. Repetition is like planting a seed. The more you water it, the stronger it grows. Similarly, when you repeat a word, your brain strengthens its memory, making it easier to recall. Why repetition works. Your brain loves patterns and consistency. When you hear or see a word multiple times, your mind recognizes it as important. This process creates a strong connection, making the word stick. As the famous saying goes, repetition is the mother of learning. Whether it's hearing a song on repeat or practicing a new word, the principle is the same. Repetition turns the unfamiliar into the familiar. Types of repetition. You can try daily practice. Write the word down multiple times. Say it out loud as you write. For example, write happy 5 times while saying, I am happy. Spaced repetition. Learn a word today and review it tomorrow, then after 3 days, a week, and so on. This method helps you remember for the long term. Flashcards. Create flashcards with a word on one side and its meaning on the other. Review them daily and shuffle them often to keep your memory sharp. Word lists. Make a list of 5 new words every day. Use them in sentences throughout the day. Example, if your list has bright, jump, and kind, you might say, the sun is bright. I can jump high. Be kind to others. Practical example, the word smile. Let's use repetition to remember the word smile. Write it. Write smile 5 times. Say it. Say, smile makes people happy. Use it. Write a sentence like, "Her smile is beautiful." Review it. Tomorrow, repeat the same steps. Tools to help you. There are many apps and websites that use spaced repetition to help you learn. You can also create a habit of reviewing your words while commuting, before bedtime, or even while brushing your teeth. I've uploaded videos on the storyspeak.online that demonstrate how to use flashcards and spaced repetition. Make sure to check them out for a step-by-step guide. Try learning 3 words using repetition today. Write them, say them, and use them in sentences. Then, come back and tell me in the comments which words you practiced and how repetition worked for you. Chapter 4. Listening to Learn. Welcome back. So far, we've explored how association and repetition can help you remember words. Today, we'll dive into another fantastic way to grow your vocabulary: listening. Listening is like magic. It allows you to absorb new words effortlessly while enjoying stories, conversations, or even songs. But here's the secret. You need to listen actively, not just passively. Let's explore how. Why listening works. Listening exposes you to words in their natural environment. Instead of just memorizing a word, you hear how it's used in real-life situations. This helps you understand not just the word itself, but also its tone, pronunciation, and context. As the saying goes, the more you listen, the more you learn. Think of how children learn their first language. They listen to the people around them, absorb the sounds, and slowly start using the words they hear. The same can work for you when learning English. How to learn words through listening. Start with simple content. Listen to simple podcasts, stories, or conversations designed for beginners. Focus on understanding the general meaning, not every single word. Repeat and mimic, replay the audio, and try to repeat what you hear. This is called shadowing. Example: if you hear, "The sky is blue," pause the audio and say, "The sky is blue." Write down new words. Keep a notebook handy while listening. Whenever you hear a new word, write it down with its meaning and an example sentence. Example: word, beautiful sentence. The flowers are beautiful. Focus on context. Pay attention to how the word is used in the sentence. Example: in "The cake tastes sweet," the word "sweet" describes the cake's flavor. Listen daily. Make listening a part of your routine. Spend 10 to 15 minutes a day listening to English. Podcasts, audiobooks, and even simple songs can be great resources. Practical example: listening to a story. Imagine you're listening to a short story where the narrator says, "She picked up a shiny coin from the ground." You might learn 2 new words here: shiny and coin. Shiny, something that reflects light. Coin, a small round piece of metal money. Now, use these words in your sentences. The sun is shiny today. I found a coin in my pocket. I've uploaded beginner-friendly audio content on the storyspeak.online. These videos include simple stories and conversations that are perfect for practicing listening skills. Check them out, and don't forget to note down new words you hear. Have you tried listening to English stories or podcasts before? What new words did you learn? Share your favorite listening experience in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else to start their listening journey. Chapter 5. Reading and Context. Welcome back. Listening is a powerful tool for learning words, but there's another method that works like magic: reading. When you read, you're not just learning new words. You're learning how they fit together in sentences, how they express ideas, and how they create meaning. Today, we'll explore how reading can boost your vocabulary and make you a better English learner. Why reading is important. When you read, you see words in their natural habitat. Instead of memorizing a list of words, you understand how they work in real life. This is what makes reading so powerful. It teaches you words through context. As William Faulkner once said, read, read, read. Read everything, trash, classics, good and bad, and see how they do it. Every word you read is a chance to grow your vocabulary. How to learn words through reading. Start simple. Begin with short, easy-to-read stories or articles. Children's books, simple blogs, and beginner-level English books are perfect. Example: read a story like The Little Red Hen and note new words. Underline and highlight. While reading, underline or highlight words you don't know. This helps you focus on the words you need to learn. Example: in a sentence like, the sun was radiant, underline radiant and look it up later. Understand the context. Look at the words around the new word to guess its meaning. This is called context clues. Example: she wore a radiant smile. Even if you don't know radiant, the word smile gives you a clue that it means something positive. Use a notebook. Write down the words you learn, their meanings, and example sentences. Word: radiant meaning, very bright or shining. Sentence: her happiness made her face radiant. Revisit new words. After reading, review the new words in your notebook. Try to use them in sentences to make them stick. Practical example: reading a paragraph. Let's read a short paragraph. The garden was tranquil. Birds chirped softly, and the flowers swayed in the gentle breeze. You might learn these words: tranquil, peaceful, calm. Chirp, a short, high-pitched sound made by birds. Sway, to move gently from side to side. Now, write sentences with these words. The lake is tranquil in the morning. I heard a bird chirp outside my window. The trees sway in the wind. Resources for reading. I've uploaded stories and articles on the storyspeak.online designed for beginners. These resources will help you practice reading while learning new words. Be sure to visit and try them out. What was the last story or article you read? Did you learn any new words? Share one word and its meaning in the comments. Let's learn from each other's reading journeys. Chapter 6. Practice makes perfect. Welcome back. In the last chapter, we talked about how reading can help you learn and understand new words. Now it's time to take those words and put them into action. In this chapter, we'll explore the importance of practice and how using new words in your daily life can help you remember them forever. As Malcolm Gladwell once said, practice isn't the thing you do once you're good. It's the thing you do that makes you good. Let's dive into how you can practice effectively. Why practice is essential. Learning new words is only the first step. To truly remember and use them, you need to practice. The more you use a word, the stronger the connection becomes in your brain. Practice transforms passive knowledge into active skill. You don't just recognize the word, you can use it in sentences naturally. Ways to practice vocabulary. Speak out loud. Use new words in conversations, even if it's just talking to yourself. Example, if you learn the word delicious, you could say, "This apple is delicious." Write daily. Write sentences, paragraphs, or even short stories using your new words. Example, write a sentence with calm. The beach is calm and peaceful. Storytelling. Tell a story to yourself or a friend using new vocabulary. Example, yesterday I saw a radiant rainbow in the tranquil sky. Play word games. Use word games like Scrabble or apps designed for language learners to make practice fun. Teach someone else. Share your new words with a friend or family member. Teaching helps you remember better. Use words in context. Instead of memorizing, use the words in real-life situations. Example, when shopping, think, "This shirt is expensive," or "The weather is sunny today." Practical. Example, practice the word bright. Let's practice using the word bright. Speak, "The sun is bright today." Write, "Her dress was bright yellow." Story, this morning I woke up to the bright light of the sun shining through my window. By practicing this word in different ways, you'll remember it much more easily. For more examples and exercises, check out the practice activities I've shared on the storyspeak.online. These videos will guide you on how to use words effectively in speaking and writing. Choose 2 words you've recently learned and use them in a sentence or short story. Share your sentences in the comments below. I'd love to see how you're practicing. Chapter 7. The Role of Emotions. Welcome back. So far, we've talked about methods like repetition, listening, reading, and practice to remember new words. But today, we're diving into something truly special, how your emotions and personal experiences can help you remember words more effectively. Imagine hearing a song that reminds you of a happy moment or a scent that brings back a memory. That's the power of emotions. When you connect a word with a feeling or a personal story, it becomes almost impossible to forget. Let's explore how this works. Why emotions help memory. Your brain loves emotions. Words linked to strong feelings are easier to remember because they create a deeper connection in your mind. When you attach a word to something you care about, it becomes meaningful, not just a random string of letters. As Maya Angelou beautifully said, "People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." Words work the same way. You'll remember the ones that make you feel something. How to use emotions to remember. Words. Link. Words to personal experiences. Think of a time when the word fits your life. Example. For the word happy, recall a moment when you felt pure joy, like celebrating a birthday. Use words in emotional contexts. Create sentences that evoke feelings. Example. Her smile made me feel warm and happy inside. Tell emotional stories. Write or tell a story that stirs your emotions while using new words. Example. I stood on the hill, watching the radiant sunset. It made me feel calm and peaceful. Use humor. Funny situations are memorable. Use humor to make words stick. Example. The cat looked grumpy when I took its picture. It was like it hated being famous. Celebrate small wins. Feel proud every time you use a new word correctly. That positive emotion reinforces your memory. Practical example: emotional connection to beautiful. Let's try the word beautiful. Personal experience. Think of a place or moment you found beautiful. Maybe a park or a kind gesture from someone. Sentence: the flowers in the garden were so beautiful that I couldn't stop smiling. Story: last spring I visited a lake surrounded by beautiful trees. The view was so calming that I felt completely at peace. The emotional link between beautiful and your memory of the lake makes it much easier to remember. Tools to help you. You can also use tools like journaling or storytelling apps to record emotional sentences and stories. For more inspiration, visit thestoryspeak.online, where I've shared examples of how to use emotions to remember words. These videos are fun and engaging, so don't miss them. What is one word you've learned that made you feel something special? Was it a happy word, a funny one, or even a challenging one? Share your experience in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else to make an emotional connection with their learning. Chapter 8: Building a Lifelong Habit. Welcome to the final chapter. So far, we've explored different ways to learn and remember words: association, repetition, listening, reading, practice, and using emotions. Now it's time to bring everything together and create a lifelong habit of learning new vocabulary. A consistent, daily habit is what turns short-term learning into lasting mastery. As Anthony Trollope said, "A small daily task, if it be really daily, will beat the labors of a spasmodic Hercules." With small, consistent actions, you can make learning English words a part of your everyday life. Why habits matter. Habits are the routines that shape our lives. When learning becomes a habit, it no longer feels like work. It becomes natural. A daily habit of learning just one or two words can lead to remarkable progress over time. Imagine learning 2 new words every day. In a year, you would know over 700 words. That's the power of a habit. How to build a daily vocabulary habit. Set a goal. Decide how many words you want to learn each day. Keep it realistic. 1 or 2 words is enough to start. Example: I will learn 1 new word every day and use it in a sentence. Choose the right time. Pick a specific time for learning. It could be in the morning, during lunch, or before bedtime. Example: I will spend 10 minutes learning new words after breakfast. Create a routine. Combine learning with an existing habit. For example, listen to a podcast while walking or review flashcards while having tea. Use a notebook. Write down every word you learn along with its meaning, an example sentence, and a personal connection. Example: word, bright. Meaning, giving off light. Sentence: the moon is bright tonight. Connection: it reminds me of summer nights at the beach. Review regularly. Spend a few minutes each week reviewing the words you've learned. Spaced repetition helps reinforce your memory. Celebrate progress. Reward yourself when you stick to your habit for a week or a month. Positive reinforcement keeps you motivated. Practical example. A day in your learning habit. Let's imagine your daily vocabulary routine. Morning. Write down one new word and its meaning. Afternoon. Use the word in a sentence or conversation. Evening. Review the word and create a story or picture in your mind to remember it. For example, word, calm. Meaning, peaceful, quiet. Sentence, the sea is calm today. Evening story. Imagine yourself sitting by a calm sea, feeling relaxed. To make your habit easier, I've shared videos and exercises on the storyspeak.online that guide you step by step. These resources will keep you inspired and on track. What will your daily habit look like? How many words will you learn each day? Share your plan in the comments. And let's encourage each other to stay consistent. Congratulations. You've reached the end of our podcast series on how to remember words. By combining all these techniques, association, repetition, listening, reading, practice, emotions, and habits, you now have a complete toolkit for building your vocabulary. Remember, the journey doesn't end here. Keep practicing, stay curious, and make learning a part of your daily life. As we say in English, the sky is the limit. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Let's keep learning and growing together.